Hello everybody, in this video we will learn how to use buttons in Bootstrap 5. We use buttons to submit forms, to close pop-ups and more. Bootstrap has many built-in button styles which you can use for showing information. Before we add the color classes to the buttons, we should add the Bootstrap Btn class. The Bootstrap Btn class will tell that this is an element to Bootstrap so that Bootstrap can add specific styling. For example, there is the Btn Danger class. The Btn Danger class will give the button a red color. Now I will show 4 types of button styles. The first one is the Btn Info style. The Btn Info class will give the button a light blue color. We use this button when we want the user to learn some information. Next, we can use the Btn Success class. The Btn Success class will give the button a green color. We use this button to tell the user that the action they requested was successful. Next, we can use the Btn Dark class. The Btn Dark class will give the button a black color. People who like dark colors will like the Btn Dark class. Lastly, we have the Btn Link class. The Btn Link class will give the styling of a link to the button. It will remove the background, add an underline to the text and also give the text a blue color. There are classes in Bootstrap that give an outline to the button. When you hover over the button, it will give the background. An outline class is Btn Outline Dark. In Bootstrap, there are classes to make the button larger or smaller. We can use the Btn LG class to make the button larger and the Btn SM class to make the button smaller. The normal button size is the normal or medium size. We can give the button a disabled state where the user can't click on the button. We can use the disabled state by adding the disabled attribute to the tag. This is useful when the form is being submitted so that the button isn't clicked repeatedly and many submissions are sent. The A tag in HTML does not support the attribute disabled, so we need to add the class disabled to the A tag. I will add the documentation page for buttons in the description below. Now we move on to button groups. For a button group, we have to wrap a series of buttons in a div so that it will be a button group, and we need to add the class Btn group to the div. Now as you can see, all the buttons are together. With the Btn group class, all the buttons will look like they're part of the same button but have different words in each section. To know which button is separate, we can either hover over the button or add the active class to the button tag. We usually add the active class for telling which button is active. We can also separate the buttons by giving different colors for each button. For example, one button can have Btn Danger, another could have Btn Info, and another could have Btn Success. We can also use the Btn outline styles to separate the buttons. We can give the buttons the outline primary class and we can see that outline for each button. Now I will paste an example for button toolbars from the Bootstrap website. As you can see in the example, the class is Btn toolbar and the role is also toolbar. We are giving the me2 class for margin left and right. We can also make whole groups large directly instead of making each button large separately. We can use the Btn-group-lg class. There is the other class of Btn-group-sm for small buttons in the button group. If you want to make the buttons vertical, you just have to remove the Btn group class and add the Btn-group-vertical class. I will add the button group documentation page in the description below. In this video, we learned about various button styles and button outlines. In the next video, we will learn about grid layout. We also learned how to group buttons with the Btn group class. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to my channel.